Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adam Dixon. Today we're going to be making our own AI agent. Let's take a closer look. So, as you can see here, script here, a Python script and a text file for our artist descriptions. And what we want this agent to do, and I'll explain the imports and all that stuff in a little bit. What we want our agent to do is to take a person from the internet, a random person, whatever user input person. Let's change this then. Take a user input name and write a small bio and search the internet for any recent articles about them. So that's what we want this agent to do. So first let's talk about our imports here. So we have our OS import, our time import, OpenAI, because that's one of the APIs we're using, and requests for HTTP requests that we're doing when we're searching the internet. So we're using SERP and OpenAI for our API keys, and yeah. So first off, when you're creating an AI agent, we're gonna have to create a prompt for our agent to kind of guide the agent and what direction we want it to, what shape we want it to take, what form. So let's do this. We want the agent to this specific side, the OpenAI agent, provide a short description. Let's see. That's actually a short biography of whichever artist that the user inputs. And let's make sure we specify how long we want it to be, because we don't want it to be incredibly long. So let's say 2 to 3 sentences. And 2 to 3 sentences. Okay, so we have our prompt here. Our prompt, then we want our response. So for our responses, we want to make sure that the provided information is precise and concise and informative. So we want to make sure that we specify what kind of content we're getting, right? So that's why we have a content tag. We're using the content tag. So we're using GPT, and this is kind of like a key thing that you need to have, 4.0. And that should work. And then the messages we want to get are role and system content. And then you want to describe it. You provide concise and informative biographies of artists. All right, let's just be a little less specific. Let's just do biographies. And that should be good. And then we have to insert our prompt for each time we have a new artist. So role of the user is content prompt. And I kind of input our what we were planning to put there anyways. So so here we extracts and returns the extraction returns the generated biographies from the APIs, and removes any extra spaces. Then we're going to have to use the SERP API search. So this is their SERP API search. So we want to do HTTPS, and it looks like it filled it out again, but we're gonna type it in for ourselves. And that should be good. We're using the SERP API search. Then what parameters we're gonna use? We're gonna have Q for a query. We have an API key. Sorry if my keyboard's loud. I think I need a new one. Serve API key. Then what language you want it. We want English. And we want to kind of limit the search results, so we don't have too many search results. We don't want 100 or 1,000,000. We're limited to about. I saw 5 there. Let's do the 5. Okay. So then, basically, what this is doing is makes the HTTP response, gets the request, sends it to SERP API, and then it converts it to a JSON. After that, extracts the first 5 articles, links, their specific links, the URL links, from the search results, and it returns the list of URLs. And we're doing a lot of this input because it saves a lot of time, and I don't want this to go into like a 30-minute video. So now artists, so we're getting the user input here. This is where user input comes in, and then we want to tell them to enter because we're separating them by commas, separated list of artists. And that should be good. And then we want to split it by that comma. Okay. After that, what this is basically doing is opens a file. If it's not already created, it writes to that file in UTF-8 encoding. Then the file is stored. The file will store the artists and descriptions and related articles and stuff like that. And here's our loop. So for each artist, so if there's more than one artist, it will iterate through the artists and give a description and then search for the articles and then separate them by a line. Then we throw a couple exceptions here. So if it's good, then gives it a thumbs up, saves the results. And if it's bad, then there's an error. But I don't think there's an error. For this, time.sleep is the reason why we imported time up here. This one is important because you don't want to spam the API with a bunch of all at the same time, because it's just going to be very quick for the requests. So you want to avoid rate limits, which is important. And then after it's all done, it gives a done result. And all of our artists should be coming up in here. So let's try it out. I'm going to, when you want to run this, you're going to want to use this, but of course use your personal API keys for both Syrup and for OpenAI. I'm going to cut right here to use my API keys because I don't want people to take mine. So I'll be right back. The API key is up above, so you want to input the API key and then so let's run it. So artist search assistant pi and Taylor Swift the weekend and it searched for Taylor Swift and searching for the weekend and done. Let's take a look. And as you can see, there are some articles about Taylor Swift here and a description and some, this one's a lengthy one, and then a description about the weekend and some articles about him. And that's about it. If you liked, please leave a like and subscribe and check out my other videos. I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye now.